when I'm doing what it is that I'm doing, how much support I actually have, even though it is a mysterious world inside what it is that I'm doing. Hey there, my name's Ashley. I'm a realtor, recently a broker, and the real estate industry is changing. In fact, business is changing. Yes or yes. So here's the thing. Get my mic over here because this is brand new to me, right? So here's the thing. I'm a realtor. Real estate is changing. The business is changing. You guys, are you noticing a pattern in our reality? Most of the people that are probably in my channel are Gen Xers. Rock on, right? Like, we're Gen Xers. We are the lucky ones that got to be a part of this amazing technology era in which we were born in. Thanks, mom and dad, right? Like, think about it. Think about all the changes that have happened since we've been present. We've had the rotary phone, then the phone attached to the wall with like the 60-foot cord that your mom could like walk all the way down the hall and yell at the kids in the back, right? And then we had the bag phone that was in the Suburban that hooked into the cigarette lighter. And then oh, by the way, there was a phone as big as Texas that you could, like, the Zach Morris phone from Saved by the Bell. And then, oh, by the way, in 1998, I think there was this thing called a Palm Pilot, right? Where it came out. No, that was the cell phone. Then the cell phone came out, and then it went to the Palm Pilot, then the BlackBerry, then the iPhone, now the Android. So we're getting all of these user experiences based on what it is that we enjoy, right? Google is competing with iPhone because they want to give the user an experience that excels over Apple's experience, right? You know that when you go to the Apple store, you're getting an Apple phone. You know the brand, it's consistent. It's consistent with the platform of the iPad and the iPhone and the Mac, and all of those things are pretty neat and nice to have, especially when you're on the fly and you have a business that you need right here in front of you. This is a business. If most of you are utilizing your little computer in your back pocket as a business, because why? Because it's a Rolodex on battery, right? It's a Rolodex on battery. It's a Google search engine in your back pocket. It's an app to Amazon, your personal assistant now, who's been servicing you for the last 4 to 5 years. Because what if you need a product that you totally forgot to get at the grocery store this morning? And the whole reason you went to the grocery store was to get that one product, but somehow you didn't get it, right? But now you've got Amazon, your personal shopper, who no problem will get it to you there 7 a.m. in the morning at your front door, right? Front door. That is the world in which we live in. We live in convenience, and we're all getting very used to this convenience factor that's in our worlds and in our lives. So, I'm a realtor, and if anybody knows what a realtor is, it's a person of many hats. I keep forgetting to have my hat over here because I wear about, oh gosh, realtors. If you're on this channel, I know you are. Tell me, how many hats do we wear? We are the buyer agent if we're representing the buyer. We are the seller agent if we're representing the seller. We are the lender because for some reason our clients feel more comfortable discussing finances with us when we're not the ones that have the most up-to-date current laws and facts regarding lending. So it baffles me when they call me at 11:30 asking me lending questions, and I'm like, I'm not the lender, I'm the realtor. But because we're in the business that we're in, we are the lender, right? Like, we know just as much as the lender does, except for the current laws and facts that change every quarter. And the thing is this, thank goodness I have appraisal experience, right? I went to appraisal school. I never did anything with it because I realized I had to go work pro bono for 1,500 hours. And I just thought, I don't know when I'm going to do that. But the reason that I even looked into going to appraisal school was because about 5 years ago, I started panicking. I started panicking in my own real estate career because I love what I do, but real estate's not loving me back right now. What do you mean, Ashley? What do I mean? The Zillow.coms of the world are encroaching upon my business and my territory, and nobody's calling it theft. So I think that's just the world that we live in, right? Would you agree, realtors, that you knock on doors, you drop door hangers, you do all the things, right? And then these Zillows of the worlds come walking in and they want to steal your leads from your sign and charge you, the realtors, for buying leads so that you can service these clients. It's not right. It's not fair. And that, my friends, was your National Association of Realtors board and your local MLSs who decided to go ahead and move forward with that decision back in 2000, and I think it was 13. So when I saw that happening, I realized real quick, oh shoot, I'm going to have to really get good at something, or I'm going to have to find another career, or I'm going to have to go back to school. Nobody wants to go back to school. Why would you go back to school in your 40s if you're not learning a certain trade, right? If you're going back to school to be a nurse and you have a passion for that, awesome. If you're going back to school to be an anesthesiology, well, you're going to be in school until you're 65. So you might want to rethink that one. But the thing is this, unless you are carving out a certain trade and going in to learn a certain skill, you may not need to go to college and just assume a lot of college debt and assume that you're going to be able to have job security when you walk out of that college room. Because if you're doing school, chances are you're in school for the next 24 to 48 months. And then you're only hoping that your job that you went to school for 48 months earlier is in demand. I'll tell you what's in demand. What's in demand is this beautiful thing called digital marketing. Have you heard about it? It's kind of scary, right? It sounds like, what is this? What is this? Well, let me give you a peace of mind, because every day when I'm coming to you on the stream, on the TikTok, on the YouTube, on the Facebook, what I'm trying to do is remember when. Remember when I bought my business April 13th of 2024. Remember how I was so excited and I couldn't wait. Why? Because I already knew what this was. It's inevitable. It's happening all around us. If you can't see it, then you might want to open your eyes a little bit bigger, because it's all around you. This is something called pattern recognition. Pattern recognition is realizing that reality around you, businesses, are changing up their situations. People are going home to work. Big businesses are shrinking their corporate real estate because they realize that, 40% of their employees did just fine, if not better, working from home during that terrible global thing that we had just a few years ago. And it disrupted the business because businesses realized that overhead that they've been carrying for electricity, rent, triple net, all the things just to keep their employees housed under one roof so that they could watch them, kind of backfired on them, right? It kind of backfired on them because for the first time in history, people who wanted to be at home were able to be at home, and you could trust that they were going to get their job done. And you could trust that, hey, maybe their job got done better and at a more efficient level and more quickly and with better better results, right? I think that's what happened. And now we're in this limbo of, the pandemic thing is over with. And then after, 40, I think it was 24 months after we're all said and done, now employers want to bring you back. They're like, hey guys, come on back. We're going to give you options. I think I'm hearing people have options now of working 2 days from home and 2 days in the office. Great. That sounds fun. What's the point, right? Like, what's the point? If you're doing that good of a job at home with our beautiful tools such as Zoom and Teams and, things that, and you can sit at home and hang out on your computer and do a team meeting, and it saves everyone time, gas, tolls, getting ready in the morning. It eliminates a lot of issues that you don't necessarily have to bring into your 9 to 5. Right. So this digital marketing is brilliant, because last night we had our legacy builder phone call. And I know it sounds kind of like, is this a multi-level marketing thing? Like, what is she into? What is Ashley doing? Well, if you know me, you know that I've always taken a chance, and I've always done something that's different and more out there, and not out there, but just like, I'm in real estate. What ding dong would be in real estate? That's a 100% commission job, right? But I did it, and I've been doing it for 17 years. And I think back and I'm like, wow, how crazy was I to get into this 100% commission job in my 20s? That was pretty risky, but I believed in myself, right? I believed that I could do it. And the thing is that the reason that I got into real estate, honestly, was so that I could travel around the world and go to these conferences. I was sort of a motivational speaker junkie there for a minute. Truth be told, I was being completely vulnerable here, right? Tony Robbins, I read his first book at 20 years old, Awaken the Giant from Within. And oh, by the way, I did it. I did the personal, the creative, and I think he had a book. In his book, he made you write down goals. He made you write down realistic goals, way out there goals, and other goals. And I remember thinking, I remember writing down a specific goal in my journal when I was going through my book. And I came home and I told my family and friends about it, right? I'm like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. Well, then I became a laughing, like the butt end of the joke, right? And I remember thinking, golly, That sure is kind of tacky. The people who love me and support me the most are laughing at my goals when in actuality, I've gone down the list before you guys and I've gone check, 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 check. Because when you throw it out there into the world, when you throw out what it is that you're looking to do and what it is that you want to do, you've got to be accountable for what it is that you're saying, right? And if you can think it, then you can be it, right? So one of the things that I always thought is, oh, I want to be a millionaire before I'm 30. Well, that was a 20-year-old mindset, right? I mean, come on, Ash. It's a little gregarious, right? Is this, I still see myself as making that kind of money and having infinite money because I want to have a life of security. I want to wake up every morning and know that I'm okay. I want to wake up in 20 years from now and know that I was smart in my younger years and I was able to put away money that's going to allow me to live comfortably for the rest of my years. You know, inflation is something that we cannot change, but nobody seems to be really encouraging us as people as consumer spenders and beefing up our income to help yield this, you know, inflation that we're going through. It's just not right in my opinion, and it's frustrating. So here's where I was, and 5 years ago, you guys, if I would have found this thing 5 years ago, man, can I tell you all the experiences and the heartache and the heartbreak and the depression and the low self-esteem and the kicking my own self in the teeth I could have eliminated. You guys, I have been my own best critic, right? I have been my oh, I have been the one in my own head all these years just beating myself up because I didn't think I was good enough and I didn't think I was smart enough to figure this out. And I sure as heck thought I was too old and I missed my opportunity until one day I'm scrolling on TikTok. And because I've been intentionally looking to figure out a way to make income online, I found this woman and she had solved a problem for us. And the problem that we have is this: who in here would like to make money online? Yes or yes? Put a 1 in the comments if that's you. I've tried. I've done the eBay. I've done the Etsy. I've done the Poshmark. I've done the things, right? But I want a consistent income online. I used to just daydream. I'd put pen to paper. I'd put pen to paper and just daydream about what if I could just make $500 a day? If I could just make $500 a day, just 5 days a week, right? Not even 7 days a week. Just how and what is it that's going to help me as a realtor have peace of mind, not be in my head, not freak out over every contract and not be able to close. Like when you're in real estate, there's no bi-weekly paycheck. You get that, right? When you're in insurance, when you're in car sales, like nobody's paying you payroll. You are your payroll, right? You are the one who's generating that check. So if your pipeline is not full, and oh, by the way, if you take your foot off the gas for 30 days, it screws up your whole year. You know, we usually as realtors go into every year on quarter 4, about October 1st, we put together a business plan for the next year. And so we're assuming and we're looking at our database and we've got people in the pipeline because real estate is not a store, right? Real estate is, hey, Ashley, I want to buy a house, but I've gone bankrupt and that was just 2 years ago. Okay, we can do it, but there's going to be a lot of steps to figure that out, right? Hey, Ashley, I want to buy a house, but here's the thing. I only make $35,000 and the average house price is $350,000. What? Well, we can do it, but we're going to have to figure out a way to get there, right? So there's all these caveats that you get involved in, and you have to solve these problems when you have someone raise their hand in real estate. It's not just, hey, Ash, I'm ready to buy a house. I got cash. Let's go out today. I'm ready to do it. That rarely happens. That rarely happens. It would be so lovely if it did, you know, but that rarely happens because we've got inflation, we've got supply and demand, we've got, you know, loan conditions, lender conditions that they have to clear in order for someone to qualify to buy a home. And oh, by the way, if you're self-employed, welcome to a nightmare because you're not going to get a loan like that. It's going to be a lot of digging, right? But the thing is this, I have been diligently searching for years and years and years to figure out a way to make money online. One day I was scrolling on TikTok and I saw this lady and she decided that she solved a problem for us all. She had been looking. She was in another business and it wasn't working for her. She was only making a small percentage off of mascara. She was selling something silly like that and making like $8 a tube. So she was on the phone all the time with these people having to take silly calls, have parties parties in your house. Who wants to have parties in your house? That's a nightmare, right? I mean, it sounds fun, and I know people who do it, and I'm so envious of them because I'm like, wow, that's a great skill. I wish I wanted to do that, right? I wish I wanted to do that. It would help my business so much, but I can't right now because I can't, I just can't right now. It's not a part of my business model, and I don't see it yielding me results quickly, right? So maybe in the future, when I've got my business operating a lot smoother and the business is coming in quickly and more quickly and more quickly, then I'll do it. But right now, you guys, I was reminded last night on this 7 p.m. Legacy Builders call that is available after. If you can't make the call, you get the webinar replay, right? So you can do it on your own time. You can do it while you're driving to traffic to your current job, because most people do this job while they're working the job that they already have, until one day you look at the bank account and you go, holy smoky treats. Like, I am making this money and it takes me a year to make this money and it's 3 months into this thing. So then you have an option. You have an option to make a family decision if this is what you want to do. So yesterday we're on this call, and I have to go back to April because I have grown so much with this legacy program. I have grown so much because it is a done for you business, and you simply go through the modules. You just check them off, right? Like, and there's a checklist within your legacy builder program where you can do that. You just check off the modules as you go, and every time that you show up, you learn something, and you have these aha moments, right? These aha moments are amazing because it's like the flip of a switch. It's not anything that you can't do. If you have an iPhone in your back pocket or an Android, this is something that you can do because you've already conditioned yourself to be in this environment, because you've been walking around with the computer in your back pocket for years. So this is fantastic because I was reminded yesterday about how incredible this program that I got into is, because the thing is this, it's full of support. Yesterday, we were on a Facebook call. There's this one girl, and we weren't even putting this thing on Facebook, right? But I looked at my Facebook and I'm like, wow, there's 4,000 people in my Facebook who know me personally. Like, some of my friends that are on my Facebook account may not be my friends because I had somebody running my social media there for a minute, right? Like, so they may not have realized that these people really didn't know me, but the majority of people in my Facebook account know my face, know who I am, know my family, know where I'm from, know we have history together. Like, we were in choir together, high school, middle school, softball, like we have connections, right? And I just couldn't not share this with my Facebook people, because most people on here like, know, and trust that what it is that I say to them could actually solve a problem. And that's all that it is that I want to do, is offer you a solution to a problem you may have. This business and digital marketing is a start slow, capture a lot of momentum, and go straight up. Okay. So just a few years ago, I was kind of worried, right? Because I'm a realtor and I'm not a ding dong. I'm realizing what's around me. What's around me is the industry's changing. And what's around me is the Zillows and all these people of the world are stealing our business, right? And that's scary to me, because if they steal my business at 44 years old and I still have about 20 years to operate and earn income, then am I going to still be dreading going to work and dealing with the internet leads and trying to figure out, okay, who am I going to partner with? Who am I going to pay to give me business? Because that's where we're going. We're having to pay for leads. And I know some people, right? How many people in here know people? Oh, Ashley, you must not be doing very good. I mean, I know people who are killing it in real estate. Me too. And let me tell you what that looks like, right? So I have some friends, because I've been in the real estate business for 17 years. I was a part of the largest office in Dallas, Fort Worth, as far as the Keller Williams office goes. And we had the best teams, right? Those teams since then have dispersed and gone on their own because they were doing $30,000 a month. But when you're a team and you're a buyer agent, you have to cut your broker into your paycheck. And then because you're on a team, your team's getting 50% of that lead. So in order to do real estate at a high level and you're brand new in the business, I can promise you, you're paying 50% of your paycheck to the team. And then, oh, by the way, if they don't give you your transaction coordinator, a part of the 50% transaction, then you're paying your TC $395 per contract. So at the end of the day, realtors really who are killing it out there working all the time are actually being overworked and they're actually being taken advantage of. And I don't mean to say that in a mean way, but the facts are the facts. I couldn't do a team because I saw the financial side of it. Most realtors are probably not that aware of what it takes, P&Ls. Like I know that I was a part of Bold, and Bold taught you, if you guys aren't really looking at your conversion ratios and looking at your P&L statements and how much you're spending and how much you're bringing in, you have no pulse on your business, right? And that goes for any business owner. If you're in business and you're not looking at your P&Ls and you're not looking at your conversion ratios and figuring out where, why did I do so good this month and this month my sales dips? Like, you have to learn how to read your numbers. But that's the thing with real estate. When you first get out of the gate, everybody's like, yes, I can't wait to make $1 million. Me too. I'm still trying, right? So that doesn't necessarily happen. But the thing is this, as you go, you grow so much as a realtor because you, by osmosis, become a business owner and you learn about business tools and you learn business glossary terms, right? So this is the thing. 5 years ago, I'm stressed out. I'm freaking out. I even got so sick one time because I was so stressed out because I was the only income provider. I've never been in a household where I had a husband helping me split bills. I've always been on my own. After 2007, that was the last time I had a roommate. I was on my own and I didn't live outside my means, but I mean, I didn't, I had to make payments. I had to make rent. I had to pay the bills. I had to do the tolls. I'm not sure why Dallas, Texas is like the #1 toll road. You can't even get on a road over here in Dallas, Texas without getting charged, which I don't understand that either, right? But anyways, you have these bills to pay. I'm a single income provider. And so what that means for me is that for the last 17 years, my foot has been on the gas pedal. It's been on the gas pedal, and it's exhausting when you are 100% commission business because you never really get to relax until you figure out how to say no to certain things is when you gain control of your time. So with intentionality, I am searching, I am going to these events, I'm listening to these high level thinkers and these people who are thinking outside the box, and they're figuring out how to hook up marketing online to generate business leads for their real estate company. But I couldn't ever figure it out. I paid the coaches, I paid a couple of people to help me build a website. And then, oh, by the way, you have this website, but now, Ashley, you need to have this CRM to hook up to the website. So when they call you on the website, they go into here and da, 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 da. And oh, by the way, every da, 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 da had a $80 or a $90 or $114 monthly bill attached to it. So before I was able to get up and running in the real estate online generating business, I was already negative $496 a month in the game. And so I just simply walked away because I saw where it was going. No one had perfected the way. No one had perfected and showed me from point A to point B how to be successful and how to do this thing because they didn't know either. They were selling something that they figured out that they didn't even know how to do. That's where you get to take the learning experiences that I've had, the $10,000 total that I've spent on this business, and you can take my information, and here's where it is for you. Now you get to walk into a simple done for you business because Ashley Westbrook found the girl that put it together and boxed it up for us in a nice package and said, here is what we've all been looking for. A step 1, 2, 3 whole module of how to make an income online and do it successfully and actually make an income. It's exciting, guys. I am on so today is day 82 in our 90, we're doing a 90-day success legacy run. It's not too late to get on board. If you want to be a part of that and jump on board, simply go to dailywealthonline.com. It's up here, Facebook and YouTube, dailywealthonline.com. Enter your email. I will send you You can get started. You can just bypass the video and go straight to the payment link and get started. There's 2 ways to get started today. You can go to, I personally chose the $900 one. We have P plans and installment plans, so it's not that big of a deal if you don't have the money right now. I came in at the $900 level just because no matter what level you come in at, once you see what this is, you're going to be in a mad dash to get to the $900 level. So I just went ahead and did it. Now, if you only have the $100 to do today, fine, do that. And then within the 30 days, come in and you'll be able to meet the difference and get into the Legacy Builder program. But the thing is this, once you get invited to the community, you can start right away. You're going to get your link to find, you're going to get your link to hook up, and your link that gets you right into the Legacy Builder program and says, start here. Start here, go through these modules. Let's get your freedom machine. This is your freedom machine. This is an internet page that's out there working, and it has proven results that it works. A daily pay on business that works 24/7. Discover how to start an online business with the proven blueprint. Just put your email here. Just put your email right here. That's it. Just put your email there. So this page is out there working for me 24/7. This is my freedom machine. So once you put your email here, then you get sent to an email and you're going to see Michelle. Michelle's going to say, thanks for buying. Let me tell you what you just did. You're going to change your life. In 6 months, you're going to have $90,000 in your bank account. In 6 months, you're going to have $225,000 in your bank account. In 6 months, you may be a millionaire. Like, it's happening crazily. And the only reason that I'm this excited about coming onto the World Wide Web and dedicating an hour out of my day is because I want to help you. I'm sharing an opportunity with you that Tony Robbins says, when you're at the right place at the right time, you get rewarded. You get rewarded. He also says, if you're not recognizing a pattern interrupt, then you must have your blinders on. Like, you guys, I know you're busy, but that's the devil, right? Have you ever heard of this saying, oh, I'm busy. I'm busy. I don't ever want to be busy. You know why? Busy stands for being under Satan's yoke. That's terrible. We don't want to be busy. We want to be productive. Do not let the distractions of the world consume you so much that you can't even focus on your family and income and the future, because all the technology out there is wanting you to do is you to be the consumer and you to be absorbed by it, so that you are stuck in this little spiral that you can't seem to get out. And all of a sudden it's December 31st and we're going into 2025. Do not let this year go any further. Dip your toe in the water and see what this is, you guys. I promise you, you will not be sad, because this is a game changer. We tell you exactly what to do. This is a done for you business. So let me show you what you get. This is our Legacy Builder program. This is what I'm in. This is how easy it is, right? This is, and the reason I bought this, because I want you to see it. This is our Legacy Builder program. I start here and then I simply go here. Hey, how to get started. Boom, boom, boom. These are 6-minute videos. You simply go through the video modules and do it step by step. We have customer support, who is not an 800 number. It is an email and it is a community. We also have this thing called school, where you can go into our school, which is basically our virtual office, ask any question in the school toolbar search bar, because our school was built by a brilliant person, and he thought of all the ways that we can be successful inside our community and how to eliminate issues and time and troubleshooting by allowing people to be met, to have their needs met immediately. Last night, I was reminded of how amazing this community is, because the thing is this, I got into the community April 13th. Because I have a business, because I'm a property manager, a realtor in Texas, a realtor in Oklahoma, a flipper. I'm doing all these hats right now in the real estate game, because the real estate industry is soft right now. It's just soft. It's just going back to normal. I mean, the last 36 months have been I've been in real estate for 17 years. I've never seen anything like it, right? I've never seen anything like it. I don't think it'll ever happen again. Interest rates are not coming down, not this year. I'm on high-level real estate phone calls every Monday that tell me, we're looking at GDP, inflation, unemployment. We're looking at the Fed, supply and demand, and they're not coming down, right? So if you are a buyer who's out there and you're waiting for the interest rates to come down, why don't you just go ahead and pull the trigger and do it? Because you're going to spin your wheels spinning as the ridiculous amount of money that they're out there charging you rent, plus your 17-cent interest, 17-cent kilowatt on your, whatever it is that you got to do. Your holdover costs are much more expensive than just going ahead and doing the deal. But the thing is this, the interest rates aren't coming down this year. And you have more time on your hands than ever, realtors, because you can do this. This is a 2-hour-a-day business. I simply spend 2 hours a day on my business, have a CEO mindset, and I'm coachable. And because I am those things, I am successful with my digital marketing business. And it's so crazy to think about, like last night, I'm just sitting there thinking, I've got to be able to communicate to the people who want to know what this is, how I'm feeling now. Right? When I got into this business, I wasn't scared. I was excited because once you see the video and once you understand what it is that you just bought, you bought a business in a box. Basically, you bought a McDonald's. Anybody that buys a McDonald's, well, let's go Chick-fil-A. McDonald's or Chick-fil-A. Anybody who owns a Chick-fil-A or McDonald's, you would equivalent them to being what? Successful, because it's a proven system, right? This is a proven system, and we've generated $10 million. I don't even know what the number is because I think that's wrong. I think it's $12 million. I think we got an update yesterday that it's $12 million in 90 days. In 90 days, we have done $12 million. Why? Because the product is this. Who wants to learn how to make an income online? Who has a business that you need to figure out how to communicate with automatically, automatically, right? Through a digital platform that you've got to partner up with. I do. I've got 6,000 people that it's so hard to keep up with these people all the time. I have to phone call them and do this. I don't want to cold call anymore. I don't want to cold call. I try my hardest to like follow everybody on Facebook and wish you happiness on your graduations and your babies and your divorces and your, kids having babies. I mean, I try really hard, but if I did that all the time every day, I wouldn't have a life. So I have to partner up with an automatic machine to help me stay in front of my clientele and to make sure that they're not going to Google or that they're not going to be, stolen to a Zillow ad because they're like, well, we didn't want to bother you. What do you mean? That's what I do. Oh, actually, I didn't want to bother you. That's what realtors do. You call your realtor. I had some ding dong call me the other day. He has not used me, and I have given him tons of advice over the years, right? Then he texts me one day, and he's a successful manager. He's a successful manager. But he texted me the other day, and I went to his store and I said, "Hey, how's it going? How are you? I hadn't seen you in a while. I moved out of the area. I moved from North Dallas to Uptown." So, hey, I used to go in there and sit down and have a little snack before I had to go show property again, right? So I said, "How are you doing?" He goes, "Ashley," he's like, I bought a house." And I said, "You bought a house?" I said, "What do you mean you bought a house?" And he goes, I had somebody call me and they had a good deal. And I'm like, "A good deal?" I'm like, "So I took you out in Arlington and put you with a credit card company, a credit score person to help you get better, to help your credit get better. I followed up with you. You get my automatic emails. You've called me several times to, show you property in another county that I don't even really service. And I've done those things. And you bought a house from another person?" I was so frustrated because that happens all the time in our business and I don't get it. And then when I question them, "Why didn't you call me?" They say, "Well, we didn't want to bother you." Huh? So it blew my mind. So I just have to just say block or delete or, moving on. And then not too long ago, I think less than 10 days ago, I get a text message from the same guy. And this is the same guy. This is a great story, by the way. The same guy texts me and he said, "Hey, Ashley, I need to know, are we in a buyer or seller's market?" And I was like, "What?" He's like, "Well, I didn't even say what." He just started whatever. He just started texting me this novel. "Are we in a buyer or seller's market?" And I think I wrote back, "Well, it actually depends on where you're at, Then he says, "Well, my kids are buying a house and I just want to know where we are." And I said, "Well, then you need to get with your realtor and you need to have a discussion with them because, oh, by the way," and then he tells me he's going to real estate classes like 3 years before. And I'm like, how do you not understand what business that you're in? If you're in real estate, you're not making any money unless you're servicing a client. So if anybody's out there and hasn't ever figured that out, if you call and bother a realtor, that's what we do. But you have to have some loyalty in the game and be willing to stick with us, and we will show you point A to Z, right? So it just baffles me at how many people in this industry or how many people in the world just don't seem to understand how it is that we get paid. So that's another reason why I have got to figure out a way to make an income online. And I'm not talking $10,000 a year, people. I'm talking add a couple of zeros, maybe even 4, maybe even 5. We're doing 6 figures and 7-figure income earners in less than 90 days. So I'm putting it out there into the world. I'm going to be I'm going to have $2 million in 15 months. Watch me. Watch me. I'll do it. And I'm not meaning that mean. I'm saying I'm trying to get your attention to say, hey, I've got something that you need to check out. How is the company making money? Great question. I buy it from the person who showed me, and then they get $900 and they're done. They're done with me. Why? Because they just gave me my golden Wizard of Oz ticket into the Legacy Builder program, and now I'm in. So my information, everything that I need to be successful is in this business. It's in the Legacy Builder program. The company makes money by charging you a one-time fee for the $29. That's a pre-built website that is right here. This is my automatic proven blueprint system that I'm hooking up. And for $29, it's mine forever. That's it. That's how the company makes money. They make money on $29 and then you're done. Then now I have a digital product that I'm selling that is a freedom machine. What are you selling, Ashley? I'm selling freedom. I'm selling freedom. I'm not kidding. I'm selling freedom. If you are unaware of the world that is changing around you, if you cannot see a pattern of digital stuff and online shopping, and I mean, I'm right here in Uptown and I've got invisible cars. Ha ha. I'm sorry. I just had a friend's moment. I thought that was Fran, but I'm serious. Like, I see cars driving up and down the road, driverless. What is going on? What is going on? I've got pictures of it. I've got pictures of cars in front of my house, driverless, going up and down the street, analyzing data and making sure that their computers and their bots that they're developing to be a driverless society are happening. They're testing the units in front of you. If you're in a small town like where I grew up and you're not seeing, these cars rolling around down the streets without a driver in it, it's probably just because your population's not exactly where it needs to be for someone to test the market, right? I mean, it's exciting to me because there's so much activity happening. And now for the first time in the history, I think of ever, this has just never happened before. You are in a situation right now where business is changing. My dad, amazing man, works his butt off all the time. I don't know how he does it. We're in like 115 degree heat here in Texas, and he is out in it every day. You should see his neck. He's like so dark. He's so dark. He's like an Indian. Like, he's so dark. I think he's got Cherokee in him, so that makes sense, right? But the thing is this, he is out there working. He is a young 60 something, but he's a little older than that, but he's a young guy, but because he's out there in the field all the time, I can't even imagine the heat exhaustion that he must go through. You guys, I step outside my door here in Uptown Dallas. I feel like I'm walking into a sauna. It wears me out just to go down to the street to have a burger. You know what I mean? It's crazy. So digital marketing, what is it? You guys, I bought my digital marketing company just a few months ago, and already my success is happening. I've made money in this program. And the cool thing is every day, because they teach you the analytics, they teach you how to take a product to your whatever it is, whatever social media you want. You can choose whichever social media you want. And if you want to do several, you can. And if you want to learn how to, tips, tricks, and hacks, we have all of those webinars. We teach you weekly in our community how to be successful. We give you, for the first year, you have content that's just in there. It's just in there that you can use, and that you don't even have to think about what it is that you're going to say, because it's already preloaded. It's already preloaded. Once you get into it and you start understanding what it is that you have, you can communicate to your audience a lot better. But I'm telling you, all I'm selling is a freedom machine. I am selling what it is that we all want to know, which is, how do I make money online? How do I make an income online worth talking about? Not talking $30,000 a year, you guys. That would be great. Some people, that's all you want. That's fine, right? Like, what if you could replace your income that you have right now and be at home? Wouldn't you love to be at home underneath your roof where your little, your little kingdom is? Don't you want to be with your little kingdom and hang out with those people instead of get ready every day for 2 hours, drive to work, go spend problems, deal with other people's problems, like your bank account in 6 months and go, whoa, for the rest of my life, I don't have to go back to this job because I could spend more time on this business that I'm earning an online income in and scale it, duplicate it, create another one, create another one, create another one. Because the thing is this, once you create it, it's out there working forever. Focused intensity over time multiplied by God equals unstoppable momentum. That's my quote. I've had that quote rolling around with me in my wallet for a long time because I got into real estate. And when you're in real estate, you have to get into your head and you have to have a lot of self affirmations and daily positive affirmations and things like that. And you know what? Do I do it every day? I don't. I wish that I would have done it every day. I wish that I could say every day for the last since 2000, since I got my first bold trophy. I've got 3 bold trophies, right? I wish I could have said that from every day that forward, I could have been doing daily affirmations because I might be a different person. But just like everything else happens, time happens, life happens, you've got responsibilities, like just time ticks by. So the thing is this, when you get into, I'm not understanding what's going on with my little board. I thought I had it set up to where I had all my tabs open. So I'm going to do my leaderboard. There's my leaderboard. Okay. So this is really cool. So once you get in school, here's my leaderboard. I'm so proud of it because there's 29,000 people in the community, right? And this little leaderboard up here tells me that I'm on level 6. And if you go over here to the side, it says only 2% of the members, which I think the members are at 26,000 right now, have completed level 6. And it's not anything that I'm doing different than anybody else is doing. It's just so I want to make sure that I go through the whole program. There are people that are making 6 figures that tell me all the time they haven't even gone through 5% of the program. Right? But I just want to do it because I know that there's hidden gems in there. And I know that if I take the time to learn all of the things that are in the community, that I'm already going to be aware of that information and I'm going to be able to solve my problems and possibly even pass or not pass because it's not competitive because I'm attracting you're my audience. And if you're listening to what it is that I'm saying, then hopefully you'll go to dailywealthonline.com, enter your email, watch the video, and take a look at what it is that we have. A little housekeeping. I know that we have a webinar on Thursday at noon Central Standard Time. So if you want that information after I get off this call, I'm going to go back into my System IO, which is my freedom machine, my automatic 24/7 email list. And I'm going to build an email that is going to give you the direct link for the webinar. Right? And doesn't that sound a little scary? What do you mean you're going to build the webinar? I'm going to build a done for me. Sorry, not a webinar. What do you mean you're going to build the email list? I'm going to build a done for me email, copy and paste, put it into a sequence and share with you how to get access to this webinar. Because you are talking to me in my dailywealthonline.com business page. And so now you're in my business. So Mimi's calling. Hey, Mimi, I can't talk to you right now. Do you see me online? I'm thinking we're going to come see you soon. My Mimi, she's so sweet, you guys. She's in Tennessee and she's living a great life. She's getting to age gracefully with my Aunt Jane and Uncle Paul, and Mimi just tried to call me. So shout out to the memesters. You're my best friend, Mimi. I love you to pieces. She just kicked rehab in the tail. She was in a little rehab for 10 days, and I sent her a Texas hat so that everybody knew in Tennessee where this woman was from, and she is back home and she is doing good. So Mimi, I am going to see you here shortly and I will call you when I get off. But the thing is this, you guys, in our platform. So once you go to the System IO, the System IO is an analytic tab of your contacts, right? It's your contacts. It tells you about your conversion ratios. And the thing is this, you don't get to like learn that immediately. That takes time. It takes a little bit of time. But the most important thing to realize is that when you are starting this digital marketing business, this is a start slow and pick the pace up really, really quickly, right? And over time, you're going to have a successful business because, like Alex Hermosi says, does anybody in here know who Alex Hermosi is? Alex Hermosi he built he got into the business a long time ago. He started doing digital marketing when digital marketing was brand new. Digital marketing's been around since the internet.com happened, right? People were out there in the chat rooms sending you ads, like that's digital marketing. But now instead of them utilizing you as a consumer, you can show people how to build an automatic a digital business and be successful. So here's where I was, right, you guys? I was a sad girl. I was sad. I was scared. I was nervous that my real estate career was going out the wayside because the Zillows of the world and the internet.com and all the things. So I was sad, but I had no time. And then I realized that if I could just work 2 hours a day on my business, I'll be okay. So I found this beautiful blueprint that tells me how to start a digital product and sell it online. And the product is $900. So I just need 11. Well, actually it's 12. I just need 12 customers to have $100,000. I mean, how cool is that? So $100,000, all I need is 12 customers. So if you want to know more about what it is that I'm doing, go to dailywealthonline.com. Go to dailywealthonline.com and enter your email, watch the video, and you too can start learning and earning how to make money online. The e-learning industry is $1 billion a day business, you guys. In 2019, it was a $900,000 a year business. In the first quarter of 2023, it was $1 billion quarter, right? Now in 2024, e-learning industry is $1 billion a day business. So why wouldn't you want to understand a new skill, an in-demand skill? We're Gen Xers, 44 to 65, 70. I mean, I've got people in my community who are 85 years old and are excited about getting on TikTok for the first time. Let's say you don't want to get on a social media platform and show your face. No problem. We have this thing called faceless marketing, and we have a module within our community that shows you how to do a faceless marketing campaign. So, hey, thanks for the follow. Yeah, you guys like, follow, share me. But that's the thing. We have this bonus section, and this is really cool. What about you guys who have passions? Does anybody have a passion for, a cookbook or being a mom? Or what if you're a teacher? What if you're a teacher and you have this brilliant lesson plan that you should push to other teachers? What if you had a network of teachers in the science department and you have created this amazing lesson plan that your kids are just loving school and loving to participate? Put it in a digital product and push it to your community. Voila, you have created your own digital product, right? But what if you just want to come into the market space and just learn how to push a digital product? That's what I did. Why? Because I'm a realtor 17 years. The business for the last 6 months has been a little slow because we're shifting. We're going back to normal. Interest rates are not coming down this year. The buyers don't have any urgency to buy. The buyers are out there. The buyers are going to buy, especially on a property that's on a scale of 1 to 10. If it's a 7+, it's a multiple offer situation, right? I'm not saying anything about the real estate industry, but what I am saying is I have goals and I have dreams, and they have to stay consistent with my income coming in because my goals and my dreams are in the future. I want to know that when I am of the age of retiring and aging, that I can age in place or I can age comfortably at home because I have money in my retirement account to do so. You guys, if you're not looking at what it is that it's going to take to bring you home or to walk away from your career or to step out of production, you really need to know how to do that. You really need to know that number. I'm getting ready on my YouTube channel to do a couple of worksheets, right? Yesterday we talked about maybe having I have a lot of people saying, well, I just don't have 2 hours. I think that's a mindset issue. I think we all have 2 hours. So I encourage you to do this really cool tool. What I used to do in real estate, I did it with we did it in real estate, and I love that, right? So every day what we do is we take oh, I got a live goal achieved. I just had an audience just like scream at me, so something just happened. Thank you if you were a part of that. But so here's my challenge for you. Go home tonight for the rest of this week. Take a time inventory of your life. This is just you. You don't have to ask anybody in your family to do it. Just you. Just be aware, right? Be aware. And then next week, I'm going to show you how much you're worth an hour. But this week, let's all do this together. Go to bed tonight with a sheet of paper in front of you. Get a little journal. I mean, if you're like me, you're probably going to want to go to your Canva account and create something cute and fancy, or maybe even on an Excel, right? But I want you to take inventory every 30 minutes from the minute your eyes open. Now, I used to say from the minute your feet hit the floor, but now I'm aware that the minute your eyes open, guess what people do? They pick up this little computer right here and they start scrolling. So log that, right? If you're a 5:30 a.m. wake upper, but your feet don't hit the floor until 6:15 because you just spent 45 minutes on your phone scrolling, you better log it. Log it. Trust me, you are going to be amazed at how much time you have accumulated over the week in hours that you're not using on yourself and your family. And it's kind of scary, right? It's kind of scary if you don't have a time inventory of we're just taking a snapshot of what it is that you have to do. This is a great tool for anybody. Take a time inventory of what it is that you have. Then we will see where this time is, because all I need for you to do every day is have 2 hours a day, have a CEO mindset, and be coachable. And you too can learn an e-learning business that is done for you. And you simply have a product. What's your product? The product is you're teaching others how to make an income online. And because you're teaching them how to fish, then guess what they're going to do? When they get comfortable at doing it at this level, then they're going to be like, oh, wow, wait a minute. I could box up my teacher plan. I could box up my mindfulness and mental wellness plan. What if I'm a budget and finances? What if I want to teach kids in high school how to write a check? Like, I'm blown away at how many life lessons that are out there that these kids just don't know because they don't teach you in high school. It's almost like the home ec department and in the world of the high schools and the middle schools went away somewhere between the Gen Xers leaving and the millennials, or the people with the internet.com born into the same year that they were already alive, right? I know that kind of hopefully it made sense. I think you're catching what I'm saying. But the thing is this, your product is you're teaching Gen Xers, baby boomers, how to have a steady income online. And this online income is not $40,000 a year. It's like 6 and 7 figures, and it happens very rapidly. It's not going to happen overnight. Listen to this quote. Focused intensity over time multiplied by God, whoever you want to put in there, that's my Lord and Savior, equals unstoppable momentum. That's what this is. Unstoppable momentum, because if you do the work and you put it out there and you find your perfect customer, we are talking to the World Wide Web. You're not selling to friends and family. You're not on Main Street selling to just one zip code. You know what I mean? You are putting your information out there on the World Wide Web. YouTube alone has YouTube alone has 2.4 billion monthly active users. TikTok has 1 billion monthly active users. So over time, when I'm showing up every day in my business, people are being drawn to me. Why? Because I'm a realtor. I'm a realtor who is being vulnerable and saying to the world, I don't know what is happening, but I can't control inflation. I can't control the feds. I can't control supply and demand. And I can't control what's going on with this election year. Election years are wonky with real estate, always have been. I can't control those things. But guess what happens to the real estate industry as a whole. Our income suffers, and we're just supposed to hang out on the sidelines and try to figure out another way to do it. I could go out there and start a lawn business. I really do want to. I would love to. In fact, I'd love to go buy in a beautiful neighborhood and just be the lawn person for that neighborhood. I could kill it out there. But that sounds exhausting, and that sounds like a lot of work, and I really don't want the wear and tear of lawnmowers. And I don't speak Espanol very well. So I don't even know if I had a dually, a bilingual company, it would be really hard for me to communicate with my employees because I only speak one language. That's the thing. And a business is a business. And if you have a business that you can communicate and talk to realtors specifically, business owners, stay-at-home moms, stay-at-home dads, like, don't you want to contribute? What if you're a stay-at-home mom and dad's out there working 2 jobs and you want to bring dad home? This is a great opportunity for you because you can contribute. And through this business, you're building your self-confidence. You're learning things that are beyond your control. Like, you're just like, what? I mean, every day I have an aha. I have an aha because I'm inside a community who all wants us to be successful with our business. You guys, make sure to go up there and like, follow, share me. I definitely want you to be invited to this webinar on Thursday at noon, but this is all you have to do to be in business. Go to dailywealthonline.com, screenshot this. You're going to need 3 requirements to do this business. I need you to work 2 hours a day on your business. I need you to be coachable. I need you to have a CEO mindset. And believe it or not, the hardest of these 3 is being coachable. Why? Because we all have habits. We're 40, we're 50, we're 60, we're late 30s. Like, we've already developed habits and we think we know it all. So to be honest with you, that was the hardest thing for me. And guess what? Learning is hard. Learning is hard because you're installing a new pattern. It's not scary. It's just new, and it's something that can be done. And the thing is this, when you're with a community that love and supports you and wants you to be successful and is online 24/7, and we have webinars that are helping you every step of the way, it's so cool. And that's what I was thinking of yesterday. I'm like, man, I can remember, like, I'm having so many ahas. Today's like day 70. Wait, I got to figure out my day. I think today is day 94. I think I've been doing this business for 94 days. Okay. I've already made $3,600, right? I mean, that's being vulnerable, right? So 94 days. Well, why would you be doing, that's not a lot of money. Guess what it's going to do in about 5 weeks? It's probably going to be $20,000. You see what I'm saying? Because this is a slow business. It's slow at the beginning. It's slow at the beginning, and it just builds with serious momentum. But the only way to get in and get started is to start now. We're the only people out there that are showing you, this is not a course, this is a program, right? I've taken the courses. There's people on here who have done all the courses. I've paid in person $10,000, right, to be a part of things like this that took my money. They didn't feel guilty about it. And you know what? I learned some things along the way, but they were too early in the game. We've gotten past 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. People got smart and realized, oh, there's applications out there to help these people who are using a teachable platform such as Kajabi, which is where Legacy Builder hangs out on. And that's our community where our modules lie, where you go to set up your business. People have gotten really smart. People are making money hand over fist in this industry. Whether they're providing a tool for the e-learning industry, they're making money. There's platforms that are out there. These people have built software for people like us to come up with a product to teach a skill, show a community what it takes to, in this instance, build a digital marketing business, have an online income that's worth talking about, and even possibly being able to walk away from your existing career, right? This is 2 hours of my day. I try to eat the frog first. My certified financial planner handed me a book my very first time that I met him a few years ago. And he said, eat the frog first. And I was like, I like that. I like that. I used to get up at like 4:30 in the morning and hit the gym and hit this and this and this and this. And then guess what? Life happened and I got kicked in the teeth by real estate, by terrible clients, by internet leads that didn't have any loyalty to me. And I lost a little of my passion I lost a little bit of me, and a little bit of me over time got damaged. It got damaged, right? I couldn't see very clear because I let people that did me wrong make me think that I did something wrong. And that's no way to live. I don't know why it ever came across that way, but it did. But now for the time that I'm so excited about with you is I'm offering you an opportunity to see what I see. And you can take advantage of what it is that I spent my time and my efforts on. And for the first time, that's why I'm like the biggest cheerleader over here, because this is the deal. For the first time, someone put it in a box. It's simple. It's done for you. All I have to do is show up, be a coach, be coachable, have a CEO mindset, and be willing to spend 2 hours a day on my business. Go to dailywealthonline.com. There's 4 programs right here. There's 4 ways to buy this product. If you want to come and if you want to just know what it is that I know, you're going to eventually get in at the $900 level, because it gives you all things. It gives you everything that you need to do to be successful. 4 streams of income. You're going to pay $29 for your website, and that's it. And then you get taught how to go and put yourself out there into the world. If you need to do faceless marketing, no problem. If you need to do, just you guys type like, follow, share up here. You're going to see me tomorrow. I'll be back at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. I come on every day live on TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. But the thing is this, it's just exciting, and I don't want you to miss an opportunity that could change your reality. People are living paycheck to paycheck, and I've talked to people about this, and I'm not out there pushing it. And the thing is this, my friends on Facebook and people are calling me, and I'm like, look, just go to dailywealthonline.com, watch the video. I mean, just try it out, see what you think. Like, I want to take your call, but that's not what this is, right? This is about you having enough curiosity to go out there and to see what Daily Wealth Online is. And it's not that I'm being mean, you guys, but nobody called me to say, hey, let me tell you what I'm doing, because this isn't that. This is not a multi-level marketing business. I don't need to take a phone call to educate you. The video tells you exactly what this thing is. If it's for you and it's something that you can do, come on and take a look at it. We have free webinars every week. You can bring all your questions. In fact, let me tell you how I got started. My fiance and I was already looking for something. I've been looking for about 5 or 6 years on how to figure out how to do it. But in 2021, I almost gave up. I almost gave up because I thought, oh my God, I'm not with him. I don't know who him was at the time. I don't have a husband. I don't have another person in here helping me create an income. So for the rest of my life, I'm going to be stuck doing this real estate gig. So I better figure out a way to be streamlined and make as much money possible, because I'm getting older. So I need to move into an office. I need to move into a broker position, right? So then in 2023, I became a broker. I became a broker because a broker gets 100% of the transaction. And the only way to make money in real estate is to multiply your agents in the office working for you, so you can make a percentage off of every deal that they do. Is that not smart? That's a great way to create generational wealth for me, a single income provider in the world of real estate. But that's the thing. I was looking, I was scared. I didn't know where to go. Now, all of a sudden, all these technology things have happened. We've got people who are out there who can, if they can imagine it, they're building it. They're building it and putting it together for you. So now for the first time, we have a business that is built and put together, a done for you business that shows other people how to start a digital marketing business. That's it. It's that simple. So if you'll do me a favor, like, follow, share me up here. If you have any questions, I didn't have my glasses on throughout this entire thing because I don't like the little ring lights in my glasses. That's kind of embarrassing. But that's me. I'm Ashley. I'm a realtor. Real estate's changing. Business is changing. You guys, do yourself a favor this week. Take an inventory of your time. Take that sheet of paper with you to bed. You're probably not going to be able to get it all done today because it's a new thing, right? You're having to remember to do it. But throughout the rest of the week, take an inventory of your day. Are you opening your eyes and getting on your phone for 2 hours laying in bed? What are you doing? Those are hours, those are minutes, those are seconds that all accumulate at the end of the week. And you find this great number, this great Excel sum number that equals hours that you're wasting on nothing. But you could be putting back into your business, and you could be solving problems for your family, and you could be making an online income. But instead of scrolling, you're the one putting it out there. How cool is that? I love it. I think it's fascinating. And yesterday just lets me know where I'm supposed to be, getting off that call yesterday at 7 p.m. I mean, we have an amazing community. People are willing to help you succeed, and they want you to succeed, and people are all there to support you and love you. So please make sure you go up here to Ashley Westbrook at dailywealthonline.com. Type like, follow, share me. Mimi, I hope you've been watching. I will be calling you soon. So you guys have a great, fantastic day, and I'll see you soon. Come back tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Hey, YouTube, thanks so much for hanging out. I am going to see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Remember to go to Daily Wealth Online, like, follow, share me. I'm trying to grow my YouTube subscribers because I didn't even mention that today, but that's a way to monetize too. So it's insane what it is that I'm learning. I hope that you dare yourself to learn as well. And hello, young lady.